Hey, my name is Average-Abnormality, and I'm currently developing a physics-based 2D party game where you can grapple and swing around and play with your friends in a variety of different game modes like gem grab, checkpoints, versus, racing, endless, and probably another one that I've forgotten. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I added artwork and sound effects. So I started off by making some concept art of how the game would look in different resolutions. One was in 16-bit, the other one was in 32-bit, and then the last one was in 256-bit. And then I tried those out with just different colors or like outlines or no outlines, and then I eventually landed on this one, which is the 256-bit one. And then after I landed on which kind of art style I should use, I started making the player, and I think the player looks way better now. It's way more vibrant and the colors are way more clear, and he has a mouth now, which I had on originally, then I removed and then I put it back on again. And I think that the player and all the other recolors look way better now, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's move on to the blocks. I started off with the bumper block, and that went pretty fast because I've already done the bumper block. I just needed to redo it a little and make it fit the new art style. And after that I made the spinner block, which also went pretty easy, and the same thing with the big spinner block, basically the exact same process there. And then I kind of just redid all the little special blocks that I've already drawn, so nothing too interesting there. But after that, I needed to make actual blocks for like the basic stuff and like the walls and stuff like that for the game. So I did that, and then I tested it out with like a bunch of different blocks. I made wood, and then I made like stone, and I kind of had no idea what I was doing, so I just made a bunch of like weird smooth stone, I think it's what I call it, but it really doesn't look like stone. It's just a block with like a little bit of an outline thingy to it, and I think it looks like alright for the game. If the game is too like detailed, if the blocks are too detailed, then it's going to be way too much on the screen at one time, and that's not going to look simple and clean. So, you know, sometimes less is more, so I just did a whole lot less, and I'm hoping that it looks okay enough. And also mainly because I'm pretty lazy and I didn't want to do that much work. So that's what I ended up with. And I made the outfits, which I've already done, but that was in the previous art style, and I just remade them in the new one. And yeah, I made the new skins, so here they are. Here's just a look of like all the player looks. So here you go. I guess I don't really know what I'm talking over because I can't see the footage, so yeah, I'm just talking for no reason now. But now that we're done with that, we can move on to sound effects. I made a deaf sound effect, which I used making the... What? Sorry, my sentence just got like completely flipped. What I made that using the JSFXR website, which makes like 8-bit noises and sound effects that you can use for your games. It's a really cool website. I use it a lot. I made this like really deaf sound effect noise. I also made a hit sound effect noise, and it's just like a punch noise, and I think that works nice. And after that, I made the bumper sound effect, which I just kind of went like back and forth on a bunch. It started off with like a pinball machine bumper, and then it ended up on more like a bongo drum noise, and I think the bongo drum sounds a lot better and a lot more funny. And then I made a grappling sound effect. Next thing is there was a bug with the game, so whenever there was two players that died at the same time, they would respawn at the same place, which I thought I fixed that in the last video, but at least I fixed that now, so yeah, that's good. And now the respawn system works fine. I'm pretty sure. I don't really have any friends to test it out, but at least for me, it actually looks like it's working pretty nicely, which I'm really happy about, because the game is meant to be mostly multiplayer, so if you can't play with friends, then you can't really play the game to its fullest potential. I don't know why I'm talking so much right now. I'm going so off script, mainly because I don't really have a script. You can see it here. There's like nothing on here. And yeah, in the next video, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to be finalizing up and just adding some finishing touches to the local multiplayer, and maybe making some single player stuff. And then I think in the video after that, I'm going to be making online multiplayer, and I think I don't want to say stuff too soon, but I think the game is coming near to a conclusion. You know, I think I'm actually almost done with it, which I'm a little scared to say, but I'm also really happy to say that. And that's kind of about it for the video. And if you guys have any feedback on like some stuff I should add to the game, or any like suggestions for the game, or maybe suggestions for the artwork, some feedback on that would be great. I have a demo that I'm gonna link in the comments, so definitely check that out and give me your feedback there. And help me with some other stuff. I still need a name for the game. But yeah, I'd really like to hear your feedback on that. And also, when I'm done with this game, I'm going to be making a whole lot more games. So if you have any suggestions for what I should make and some ideas for a game, then also comment them down below, and hopefully I'll get around to it. And yeah, that's about it. So good night.